Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? Yo, come in and shut the door. Y'all, we got some tea on Porsha Williams, this $6 million lie, why both weddings were canceled, the way Porsha cold-bloodedly refused to reimburse anyone. That's right. Flights and hotel were paid for, and Porsha didn't care. And also, what's going on with Porsha returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta? Y'all, I promise you, it is all related. I put my ear to these Atlanta streets, and baby, they were talking. Actually, they were actually singing. Y'all ready to get into this? Because, woo, it's a doozy. Now, before we do, don't forget, I am reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta right after the show goes off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're having the celebration for me reaching 100K on Tuesday. And in honor of that, let's get into old school gossip. Listen, we all know that Simon been fronting on the internet. It's funny, when I started, Simon was fronting in on the internet and ain't nothing changed. He's still writing notes of support and love to himself and sitting around in his house with a iPhone remote clicker taking pictures of himself in pajamas. Somebody tell that man that, baby, you can't post a picture on Saturday and then post pictures of yourself sitting in your office in those same damn pajamas on Tuesday. It's just not a look. It's given. It's Thursday and you wearing underwear that has Monday written on them. It just don't look right. But all jokes aside, first of all, let's talk about this $6 million lie, right? Let's talk about this $6 million lie. Reports are circulating, right? And with reports, I'm just going to call this gossip, that Bravo is so desperate to get Porsha back that they are flying down to Atlanta to meet her, to open negotiations. Okay, first of all, and we're going to get into this $6 million lie, why Porsha's wedding was canceled, Simon and her prenup, and all the drama people are saying they're going through. But let's talk about this. NBC Universal and Bravo are huge companies. Anytime they do any type of negotiations, you come to corporate offices in New York City. It doesn't care how big a star you are. Their lawyers are there. Things need to be taped. Negotiations are big business. To think that for some reason they are the top brass are flying down to Atlanta to have conversations with Porsha Williams, who at this point will appear on a Barney Wheaties Cheerio commercials. You're trying to get us to believe that top executives from these networks are flying down to, forget about the top executives, what about their assistants? Are flying down to meet the woman that was promoting sex toys on her Instagram? The woman that literally, that was promoting Dish Nation football and fronting? The woman that took a picture with John Legend saying actress and a nan project come out? And they're flying down to have negotiations with her? Man, I can tell you what, if you just want me to tell you stories, I can tell you a lot. Once upon a time, there was someone that found some magic beans and they put them in the ground and they grew up to the sky. It just doesn't make any sense. The negotiations, first of all, the reunion has just ended filming. They haven't even started negotiating for contracts yet. When Porsha was on that show, in the last season, the ratings were in the toilet. Why? Not even that. The one thing that they had an issue with was Porsha leaving scenes, Porsha running away, Porsha doing this. Yeah, she went to Girls Trip, but I'll tell you the truth, Girls Trip don't mean anything. Is Phaedra back on? She was on Girls Trip. How many housewives were on Girls Trip and aren't coming back? Bravo will use and abuse you if they can. Now, that's not to say that Portia's not coming back from Atlanta. That's not to say. But this whole $6 million, $5 million contract, you know how you know, first of all, it's never going to happen, right? Porsha would never be paid in a lump sum. You know, we know this $6 million contract is a lie. One, it's a lie she made up to tell Simon because she wants Simon to give her more of an allowance. We'll talk about what I heard in a second. But even from a logistical standpoint, remember how Bravo used to pay people for the whole season? If you didn't know, they did. It wasn't until there was a season of The Real Housewives of New York where everybody was playing games, getting on teams, doing all this stuff, refusing to film, not come on scenes. And that's when Bravo ended that policy. And they said, from now on, you only get paid per scene you are in. You only get paid for the scene that you are in, right? This is why Marlo was playing games in the Real Housewives of Atlanta on the cash trip. She knew that money was attached to the trip, right? That's why she kept telling Kenya, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, if you don't do this, and you can't come. Because here's the thing. If you refuse to film a scene on a Housewives show, it could be nothing. But let's just say something happens on a trip and that trip is stretched out to 3 episodes and you're not featured. You do not get paid for those 3 episodes. Let's just say that something happens on the trip and they're talking about it afterwards and that is the storyline. If you were not featured, then you don't get paid. So she literally was playing those games saying, Kenya, you can't come unless you do this, this, and this, because she knew Kenya had to show up. Now, here's the thing. It was a bit of Marlo's hubris because at the end of the day, it's like Kenya is the bigger OG. Of course, she is the OG compared to Marlo. And Kenya put her foot down and was like, Marlo, stop playing these games. I'm going to be here whether you invite me or not. This is also because, you know, to miss a trip, to miss a scene, to miss anything could be 50% of your income for that season if the cash trip takes up the whole season. This is why Drew, when she broke her ankle and it was so painful, instead of her flying all the way back to Atlanta and just taking it easy, she showed up to every scene, no matter how inconvenient, how awkward, how painful, because you have to show up at every event if you want to actually even get the possibility of being paid. That's why Drew didn't stay in her hotel, right? Now, here's the thing. So you take all that. There's no way Porsha got a $6 million contract because for one, there's no way that they would offer a contract per episode. It would be per episode. That would be the price tag. The person that says, oh, it was $6 million, is someone that the last time you negotiated your contract, it really was that. Who does that sound like? Maybe Porsha Williams. Also, let's not forget this. And this is very, very, very important. Everybody thought Porsha was making bank. Let me explain what happened with Porsha and her income, why they would never give her $6 million, because Porsha is not the draw. They don't expect her to save the show because ratings, everybody's forgetting, was in the toilet the season she was on. She couldn't save the ship. And when they centered her and tried to make her queen of Atlanta, that failed horribly. Porsha is a good supporting character. She's not a queen bee. No shade to Porsha. It's hard to be the queen bee, but she is not, nor has she ever been the queen bee. Porsha's fans don't even show up to support her unless she's fighting. Look at all the spinoffs she had. Besides the one where she literally turned into Evander Holyfield, no one showed up. Nobody supported. Okay, now, that said, let's look at this. When you start the Housewives, you get your salary. And the next season, you negotiate for a raise, but you negotiate based off of your salary for the previous season. So let's just say you start and you're like, I'm starting season 1 of Housewives. I'm just throwing numbers out. I want $500,000 per episode, right? Whatever you negotiate, it's fine. When it's time to renegotiate your salary for next season, of course you're going to use your previous salary, and they work it into the contract that each season you will get this much of a raise. So let's just say your contract says season 1 you get 500, season 2 it goes to $1 million, season 3 it goes to $1.5 million, season 4 it goes to $4 million. You with me? Fine. That's great. However, the thing is with Porsha, every single time she got into a fight, Bravo bought her back. But the reason why Porsha never bought, the reason why Porsha was so desperate to steal someone's husband, the reason why Porsha always lived her life like the rent was due and she had to do whatever she needed to pay it, is because rent was always due for her. Think about it. Porsha supported her mom. She supported her sister. She did whatever. Every single time Porsha fought, she would go back to base level. So let's just say she got to the second season without fighting. The third season she fought. When she came back, they did not bring her back at her current rate. They literally, basically, even though they filmed scenes and used her, word on the street is they demoted her back to her original salary. She was on, but just think about it. They were looking at like, well, we could have fired you. We're letting you come back. Bravo knows Porsha don't have anything else going on. They know that's her life, and they used it over her head. Porsha was willingly game to do it because honestly, people were calling for her to get fired. All right, fine. So let's just say now it's the third season. You're making what you made on the first season. Everybody else is making what they should be making on the third season. You go to the fourth season. You fight again. Boom. You get knocked down to a lower pay rate, right? But you're so desperate to film, and that's all you have. You do it. Now you're on your fifth season. You should be making what everybody else is, but you're making what you made in season 1 or at the most season 2. The fact that y'all, literally, there's a reason why when it came to the highest paid housewives, Porsha's name was never on that list. There was Kenya, there was Candy, there was Phaedra, there damn sure was Nene. Porsha's name was never on that list. You guys, again, so where'd this $6 million lie come from? My sources are telling me that it may have come from Porsha Williams. Why? Because Simon is holding on to that money. And Porsha got to prove that for her to stay in the house like he wants, right? And here's the thing. Everybody's saying that Simon does want Porsha in the house. For her to stay in the house while she wants, she's trying to work it. That Simon has to give her a certain amount of money every month, just like Cordell did, in order for her to stay home, even though nobody really is even checking for her like that. Now, why would Simon want her to stay home? Listen, this video is getting long. I'm going to split this into a part 2. Yes, make sure you hit like, subscribe, notifications. I'm going to drop the part 2 either later on tonight or I'll drop it first thing tomorrow morning. All right, y'all? Mwah. But y'all, it's a doozy. And guess what? Even with what happened with that wedding, y'all, I got some inside information and it's good. All right. I've been putting my head to the streets. All right, y'all. So let me know what you think of my opinion, right? Go watch my old videos on Porsha if you want to know what I base this opinion on. And let me know in the comments respectfully what you think. All right, my little TisaTellss. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.